Hey everyone, good evening. It's Monday evening, 7 o'clock, and today we are starting with our very first ALVINI Vape Live. And let's go. So we are back. This is the very first live which I'm doing in English, as some of you might have noticed on the ALVINI Limericks page. We've been doing lives for quite some while, but in Latvian language for the Latvian vaping community. You can see it as kind of training for myself, because I'm no live YouTuber or something like that, and I have no time to go in and edit videos like all the YouTubers do. But I thought there are a couple of things which needs to be addressed and spoken into industry in general, and nobody's doing lives in the format that's, just talk about the industry, maybe about new products. All what I see right now on Facebook groups is just cloud checks or show me what's your gear, those kind of things. Some couple of competitions are going on, and etc. And I thought nobody's doing kind of like live show talk discussions, questions and answers, product reviews, maybe something like that. Yeah, and especially now with the election coming in beginning of February, I think there are a couple of things which needs to be addressed and spoken out in the media. If you want to see, two people are watching. We are streaming on Facebook and YouTube as well in the same time. Later on, if interest is there, we could also add Twitter. So if you would like me to add Twitter, please post a comment below, and we can do that. Another thing which I want to tell about this format is gonna be you can post all the comments. I can pull them up on the screen as well. I think we're gonna do that format like this. Every live, maybe we're gonna start with industry news, what's happening in Ireland. Then maybe do a product review, whatever I think is interesting product on the market. Will give my honest opinion about what I think about the products. If you have queries about some products, you want to know my opinion on them, also ask the question. If I don't have the products, if I don't have the answer, I will honestly tell, sorry, I don't know. But I can get it in maybe for the following live, which is going to be done weekly. These lives I'm planning to do every Monday evening, 7 o'clock, every week, so that we can have a place where we can come together and have a vape and a chat. Actually, why I thought I need to do this in English as well, because as I was doing the lives in Latvian language, for the Latvian vaping community, which is, to be fair, quite small. But what I realized is it was not so much about what's the new product, what ALVINI got new in stock or something like that. It was just a place where all the vapers could come together from different countries, UK, Ireland, Latvia, Sweden, Norway. I saw that from lots of different countries, Latvian community, all the vapers came together, and they had a space where they could chat, discuss, listen to what I had to say. Sometimes people joined into our chats. I can invite people, they can join our live, we can have a live discussion about different topics. And then one thing what I discovered, that like in the comments chat section, people were chatting already between each other, like they almost didn't need me to be live and provide this platform where they can meet and discuss. You know, somebody asks a question, some other viewers already knew the answer, they are answering, and then by the time I got to the answer to the question, I see it's already answered. You know, like I think that was interesting experience, and that brought me the thought, okay, maybe we can do something like that in English as well for the Irish vaping community, or maybe UK. Doesn't matter, as long as they do speak and understand English, they can come join in, and we can do this build up. You know, I want to build up a little community and have the conversation going. Okay, so I see 7 people are watching right now live. Please do comment below. If you're watching on YouTube, then you can go on YouTube and comment below. If you want to comment on this Facebook feeds, please do go to ALVINI Limericks page and comment there, because I think if you comment, I shared this live feeds across a couple of vaping groups just to have more attention and traction to it. If you comment below there, I won't see that. Yeah, so to comment, you'll have to go on ALVINI Limerick. It's easy. In Facebook, just type in ALVINI Limerick, and you'll be straight on the page. Just go there, and if you want to ask questions or comments, please do that on the ALVINI Limericks page or YouTube. It's easy. You can find us on YouTube like this. Yeah, if you just go in ALVINI Vape, just type in on YouTube ALVINI Vape, you will see my ugly face there, you know, like with our YouTube channel. So you can go and see which video has the live symbol to it. You know, just go on that feed and you can comment as well. Okay, now I see people are slowly joining in. That's good to see. You know, right now 9 people watching it live. So about the questions I told, next point is if you have comments about the topic what I'm talking about right now, comments, I can bring them up. I can reply to your comments, give my comments on your comments, you know, like that kind of thing. If you have general questions, then we can do like in Q&A section on the end of the live feed. Okay, and if there is no questions on the end, then fine, then we're gonna finish. Okay, now one thing which I wanted to address is right now I see in the media everything started in September. Yeah, a little recap. September last year, the first vaping related deaths in the States. Yeah, and then the whole shitstorm started about vaping. All the media started to put on the big billboards, whatever. Vaping is killing, vaping kills. First vaping dead, the second, the third. On the end I really lost account how many, but I think it was something between 15 and 20. I think 17 or something like that. Vaping deaths. And what I didn't like about the whole panic was that people were talking about. Media was talking about vaping is bad. Yeah, of course vaping is bad if you compare with fresh air. Yeah, but the media wasn't talking about vaping is not so bad if you compare with smoking. Yeah, about that comparison, nobody was talking about that. Yeah, and from all this history in the media, also the governments got influenced. And what we see right now is first President Trump came out with we're going to ban all the flavors, the kids, we have to protect the kids and everything like that's and that's brought up the question, what about us adults? Yeah, now we want to ban the flavors. Yeah, I am an adult myself and I like the flavors. I'm on the flavors for 9 years. Yeah, so-called child's friendly flavors, because I like my fruits, I like my strawberry yogurts and all that kind of style. And I know about 70% of my customers, adult customers, I mean, yeah, they are the same. Yeah, they do like their vanilla custards, strawberry custards, so all these fancy, tasty flavors, and wouldn't vape a tobacco flavored one at all. Yeah. And right now I see there's a poll going on. Let me just share the screen with you, which I wanted to draw your attention to. So there is, this screen is in the journal website. There's a poll: should Ireland ban flavored vapes? Yeah, basically, the former health minister James Riley called for Ireland to consider banning flavored vapes to help prevent young people taking up the habit again. All the politics and media is talking about protecting the children and teenagers. And on the end, there's a poll. Yeah, should Ireland ban the flavored vapes or not? And let's see. Yes, no. Okay, obviously they're gonna vote no. Let's see what happens. What's the status today? No. Okay, good news. It's a little bit okay. No sayers are 54.9% right now. Yes sayers are 41.8%, and those who don't know, who have no opinion, are just 547. Yeah, like last week I saw the same picture, and it was other way around. Those people who voted that they want to ban the flavors were more than actually those who they didn't. So in this week, since I last checked, I see this has changed in our favor. Yeah, our vapers' favor, which is a good indication. But still, if somebody hasn't done this, I would encourage everybody to go there and leave your votes. Either you are pro or against flavor ban. It's up to you. I actually gonna put in the comments the direct link to that poll. That's this one. Yeah. Go there and please vote. Give your votes. Yeah, that's the journal.ie, and because if we don't do that, if we don't show the strong united front, all of us, all vapors, doesn't matter if you're a business owner, you are a vapor, you are a supplier, doesn't matter. If we don't show a united front, then the politicians are gonna decide for us. Yeah. So we need more engagement into this and need to talk more with the politicians about this. Like yesterday, I had a conversation with an independent from County Clare, running for election. On Facebook, we had a little message exchange, and I asked him, yeah, well, what's your views on vaping, youth vaping, and flavored vapes? Yeah. So he said vaping. Straight away he jumped on it that, oh, we have to protect children. Yeah, straight away went, like didn't say, oh, vaping is actually maybe good, maybe bad or something. No, straight away jumped on it. Oh, vaping should be banned. We have to protect our children. I said, wait. What about the adult vapers? What about those? No, adults can vape what they want, but we have to protect children. We have to ban the flavored vapes. I said, listen, I am vaping for 9 years on flavored vapes. What about me? What about other customers we have in shop? Doesn't matter, adults have to, but the tobacco companies, they are targeting children with those flavored vapes and marketing and everything like, and not even listening to what I'm trying to say. Yeah, all run about this protect vapes. And on the end, I told him, listen, okay, I thought that you as an independent, you would have independent or more educated view on this topic, not just grab something from the media and follow along, but if you are okay, we know that Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil, they are also pro vaping ban. Yeah, they want to ban all the flavors and everything. Like, but I can say one thing: if this legislation is gone through and they ban the flavored vapes and leave only tobacco and menthol flavored liquids available on the market, then that is gonna destroy the whole industry. Period. Me as a shopkeeper, I can say straight away, if that legislation comes out, I can close the doors in all the shops and go home. Because what's left over, if you go into a vape shop and look at the shelves, what is the percentage of the tobacco and menthol flavored, and the vast majority are those flavors which they are planning to ban. So if there is only like tobacco and menthol allowed to sell in Ireland, then we don't need specialized vape shops anymore, because that job can be fulfilled by all the convenience stores like Mace, petrol stations, and all them. They can sell those tobacco flavors over the counter. Then we just need maybe five tobacco flavors, one menthol, one mint, and that's it. Yeah, then all the vape shops can go out of business. Simple as that. Because if I have to remove all the flavored liquids from our stores, then we don't need the store at all, because the shelves are going to be empty. Yeah, hardware and just a couple of tobaccos, that's nonsense. That's basically is going to be killing the whole industry. I don't want to go into any theories like, oh, tobacco is sponsoring all this and everything. Like maybe I don't know, or big pharma, big tobacco is onto us. I reckon the big tobacco is onto us because the vaping industry is kicking tobacco industry's ass right now, and that might be, some people say, oh yeah, follow the money, where the money comes from, who is sponsoring all this. Maybe I'm no politician. I'm just a shopkeeper. And my point on this is, if we as a vapers don't talk right now with the TDs who are running for election, if we don't show united front, then vaping is going to be killed. With the big slogan, we have to protect our children. About the protection of children, I have something to say as well. That's pissing me off big time. That's May 2017, when the TPD, Tobacco Products Directive, was introduced in European Union, and the big bottles containing liquid were gone. Everything what contains liquid has to be this size, 10 ml bottle size, and the tanks only 2 ml size. Also, it was to protect the children. But what pisses me off the most is especially when we have HSE calling in and checking and going through the bottles and see what contains nicotine, what doesn't contain nicotine. But in the same time, the government didn't put it into the law that it's forbidden to sell to minors, to underage, under 18. Because right now, all the shopkeepers can sell to a 5-year-old child if they want. Okay, our legislation, we don't sell, but that's my decision not to serve minors in the shop. But there are plenty of businesses out there who are selling to children. Big guy deals, the deals, €1.50 store, pawn shop deals included. Because that's illegal, and that is legal. There is nothing against that. And I've seen myself that I do kick out of my shop some teenagers, like 13, 15 years old. They go out, and then after that they pass in my shop and show in the bottles, and I see those bottles are from deals. They go there and they get their hands on nicotine containing liquids, which is absurd. But what can we say? That's the reality right now. That's it. So I would ask you, everybody of you, to talk to your politicians. I am not Irish national, so I can't vote. in the general elections. So, but I would like all of you to talk to your politicians, your local TDs, and if not push them, then at least try to educate them. Yeah, because I reckon all of them, they are sourcing their info just from the mass media, and the mass media was really negative about vaping, considering all the shit what was going on in United States. Yeah, and even there in United States, President Trump is pulling back now from his announced flavor ban, because he understands that this is a big industry over there in the States. It's a lot of jobs are at stake, a lot of money in tax revenue is at stake, and there are a lot of people vaping. There are millions of vapers in the States, and if he pisses them off, yeah, he just won't be re-elected. That's, I think, is also one point that he is considering. The last thing what I heard is they are banning them flavored pods, which is actually good, because that mainly impacts Juul company over there, and I am kind of happy because Juul played its part in this vaping epidemic and youth vaping in the States. And if they get a little kick in the butt, it's fine with me. Okay. Cool. Okay. That's about it about the introduction. I think nobody's commenting, nobody's asking questions. Okay. Then I'm gonna move on to Aspire MULUS. This is a product which I think needs a little bit more coverage, in my opinion, because it is a great product in my opinion, but it's I see in the vaping groups, people talking about different devices. Can barely see anybody talking about this device, and I want to show you and explain why I think it's actually a great device for you guys to stock. Yeah, okay, to stock or to try, give it a try. But that's as I said, is my opinion. Okay, so I'll switch the cameras now to my table. Here we go. We have our Aspire MULUS. I have the one in red. There are actually 4 colors available, and them colors are the blue one, the red, the black, and the deep volley is kind of like greenish blue color. Yeah, but this is the red one I have here. If you want to see, I have the blue one myself in use. Yeah, here in this light in the blue doesn't really look that nice, but believe me, in a hand, in real life it looks way better. Okay, but let's put the blue one aside. I'm gonna vape on it later. So let's see. This is the Aspire MULUS. I think it's kind of killing the billet box, if you know what I mean with that. There's American-made, similar shaped vape gear out there. Costs a lot, like $120, $150, and I think this one is killing it. Yeah, but that's again my opinion. There are most probably billet box fans out there who likes their billet box. This one, in my opinion, is similar, not even if not even better than that. Okay, so first look from outside, we have the device. Let me just quickly zoom in a little bit closer. Here we go, like this. So we have Aspire, warnings, everything on the sides. There is not much to see. On the back is this description. And on the other side, we have the colors, the authenticity, scratch codes, and that's it. In the box, we have the red red kits as per MULUS. Okay, let's put it aside for a moment. What else is in the box? We have instruction manual and warranty card in lots of different languages. And then we have the accessory box. Actually, I have to change this. Zoom is always jumping out of focus, is jumping up and down. Okay, let's leave it there like that. Yeah. And then in this box you have the accessories, which actually surprised me the first time when I opened this box. It comes with a lot of goodies inside. If you look inside right now, there is a charger and 3 coils, each in its own compartment. I think this is the first from Aspire with this neat packaging with all the bits and pieces which come in the kits. Okay, this we're gonna put aside. Now, about the more technical stuff first, I'm just gonna read out what's the technical specs on it. So we have, this is a pod device. The wattage is going from 1 till 80 watts. You can see here on the screen. Yeah, there's a little screen, you can adjust it. Okay, I'll get to it later. The dimensions are 5 centimeter in the width and 9.74 centimeter or 97.4 millimeters in the length, and it's 24 millimeters deep. Operates with single 18650 battery, which is not included in this kit. Charging is going through the micro USB type C. It's a 2 ampere fast charge, has an integrated LED light on the button, and uses variable voltage, variable wattage, and bypass modes. So the material is aluminum body with resin panel. Yeah, on one side, on the other side it's just matching color red panel. The drip tip is 510 dual O-ring. Yeah, and the pod is included is 2 mil TPD compliant capacity, and the coils. This device is compatible with the Nautilus and Tigon coils, which is really sweet. I like it a lot because the Tigon tank itself, I didn't like it, but the coils were good. But the Tigon tank, the filling was disaster. Now in this guy, I like the adjustability with the Nautilus for MTL, or you take the Tigon coils for direct long hits, which is brilliant. Yeah. Okay, so from top to the bottom, we see that's the 510 tip, which I already showed you. On the front, we have just the fire button, nothing else. The resin panel. On one side, we have the micro USB type C, and on the other side, we have just the Aspire MULUS. On the bottom, we have the CE markings and venting holes. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Okay, if you look inside, remove this panel, so we have space for 18650 battery. So let's just pop in one. I have here one from eFest. And then we have the screen here. Okay, let me just zoom in a bit closer. And we have to adjust the focus now, like this. So as I said, it goes up to 80 watts. This is our negative, positive button. So let's go all the way up. So up to a certain level, it changes the wattage in the 0.1 increments. but after a while you keep it pressed, it changed to wattage increments, goes up to 80. If we press the 80 again, it drops down to 1 watt. Yeah, if we are all the way up to the max, we press it again, jumps down to 1. If we are on 1 and want to go back up, we press the negative button and it jumps back to 80. Yeah, as you can see, down to 1, down to 80. What else is on the screen? We have the voltage and the puff counter as well. No, the puff counter, but the ohms reading, yeah, and the voltage. So if we are in the wattage mode, it's going to show the voltage down here. If we switch to the voltage mode, then it's going to show the watts down there. Okay, that's about the chip. What I like about the chip is then when you put this panel on it, yeah, then these buttons are protected, so you can't change the wattage by accident, which what is happening sometimes with the vapes on the other modes. Okay, let me just go down to the wattage so I am not firing it by mistake. Okay, 40 watts should be fine. Now here is the pod. Right now the pod has to take it. Okay, to fill it, let's go with the filling first. So to fill it is simple. It just get out this or plug, and then you have your filling hole, pour in the liquid, and when it's full, just put back the plug, and that's it. Simple and easy refilling. Now, if you want to take out the pod, then you have to press down a little bit. It's kind of spring loaded. Yeah, press down a bit, and then you can push it out. About the pod itself, it's a 2 mil TPD pod. As you see on here on the sides, this black inside there, that is a filler put in there to make it TPD compliant 2 mil. Yeah, that's displacing some volume in the pods. Actually, there are pods on the market which are also 4 mil. I'll just quickly grab one. So is a spare pods on the market. They are also 4 mil because the manufacturer did create 4 mil pod initially, and then the 2 mil for European TPD compliant one. So the one which is the 4 mil, you can see, looks like this, all clear, transparent, nothing is put in there. Yeah, if you compare one another, oops. So we have one is with that's filler to use the extra space, and one is without. Okay. Actually, I did try on my own this blue one. I did try myself, and I did take this out. It is possible to take it out. This black spongy thing which is in there. You can try if you want. It's basically here on the bottom. You can see that's this black O-ring running around. So this is the end where you can pop it out and take the filler out. Okay, on the bottom here you have airflow adjustment, which is functional like this. You open and close just by dialing this dial. Comes with a mesh coil supplied. This is the Nautilus mesh coil which is in there. Scroll out, we see Nautilus mesh with the blue O-ring on the bottom. If you put in the Tygon coil, then there is no airflow adjustment on the Tygon because Tygon coil is bigger. Yeah, that's the Tygon. If we put in the Tygon coil, then we just literally just slide it in there like that, and airflow adjustment is gone. That's why I was surprised how they could put a Tygon and Nautilus coil in one device, because they are different size and shape. Yeah, if you see, different size and shape, and how you can put. I was surprised when I read about it. Then when I got hands on one of them myself, then I saw where's the difference. So this airflow adjustment works only with the Nautilus type coils, and that's actually extending the whole thing. And if you use the Tygon coil, you don't use this base. You just pop in the coil, and then the coil you can just slide it in there as well, and that's it. And now we have installed the Tygon coil. As simple as that. Unfortunately, no airflow adjustment for Tygon. Airflow adjustment is only for the Nautilus. Okay, that's about the replacement of the coils. Two types which I do really like. Now, in the box, we do have, as I showed previously, 4 coils in total. A regular 1.8 ohm Nautilus coil is as well in there, yeah, and micro USB charging lead, and another Tygon coil, which is the MTL 1.2 ohm coil. So we have 2 types of Tygon coils and 2 types of Nautilus coils in the set. 0.7 Nautilus mesh and 1.8 Nautilus regular. And then we have the 0.6 Tygon regular coil for direct to long inhale, and the 1.2 MTL Tygon coil. That's pretty much it, what is in this kit. Now let's go back up and I'll tell you why I do like this kit, okay? So we are back on top. Why I do like and would recommend this kit. First of all, it's really handy in a size. I like this because it's fits nicely in the hand. I like the fact that those up and down buttons are protected by the cover, so we can't change that by accident. We don't have to lock the buttons. Simple 1-button operation, and the fact that any drip tip, it's 510 standard drip tip, is fitting on it. And next good point is exchangeable battery. Right now, a lot of pod systems are on the market with the built-in batteries, and the built-in battery has the disadvantage: if when the battery dies, then you are stuck with nothing. Yeah, I do prefer these 18650 batteries, and I have a couple of them on the go constantly. So once this one is dying, then I just take it out, put it on charge, stick in another one, and you're good to go. Really convenient if you're going out and about. Yeah, let's say going camping or whatever for the whole day. If you have a little pod system with you, the battery dies on you, and then you're stuck with nothing. Yeah, with this device, if you're going out and about and have a couple of batteries with you, then you just literally place the battery and you can keep vaping. Okay, now about the vaping characteristics of this device, there is not much to tell. For those of you who know the Nautilus tanks, Nautilus coils are on the market for a long time. They are at least like 6-7 years on the market. Let's see, the Limerick store will be open 6 years this summer. It's like seven years since the Nautilus is on the market. Really good coil, proven with the time that they are the best coils in its class. In the MTL vaping, perfect performance, and Aspire change them slightly, adapt them for the Nick Salts, put in a Clapton coil version. Now we have the mesh coil version of it. Yeah, but it's still around and still going strong. I really like that. With the Tygon coils, I would say they are like average mesh coils right now. Nothing too spectacular about them. Still nice flavor out of them. Decent vapor production. I use this as my MTL. I really like the Nautilus coil in this one. I use this as my MTL device. If I am somewhere where big cloud blowing is not the best idea, then I use this. Let's say like a big cloud machines are banned from my bedroom. Yeah, then this I have at home. Or living room, yeah, because my family can see it telly when I'm there puffing clouds. Then I use this, so the clouds are not so big, and I can use my nicotine salts in them if I need. Although I don't really prefer nicotine salts. My personal vaping preference is 6 milligram 50/50 juice in MTL on 3 milligram in high VG. That's my own personal preference, how I vape. Yeah. Now about the downsides. I have noticed only one downside of this Aspire Tygon, which I kind of don't like, yeah, but there is no workaround, is the drip tip. Drip tip is nice, comfy in the mouth, there is no problem with that, but I have an issue is as long as you vape, as soon as you vape and it gets a bit moist, the drip tip becomes really loose. Yeah, you can lose the drip tip. I almost lost it one day. Which is the original drip tip. Good news, you can 510 drip tip, you can take any difference, you can adjust, replace it with your favorite drip tips, but the stock drip tip which comes with it, it's really nice and tight in beginning. Yeah, let's say, let me just put back in this red one. Yeah, this hasn't seen liquid. Wait, I have to put in the coil first. Sorry. Yeah, stick in the Tygon coil. So, and the panel as well. So we have the weight. Yeah. So now it's nice and tight. Oops. Now you see, start to fall off, fall out. Yeah. That's the only downside which I see in this device. Other than that, for the price, yeah. Again, if you compare with Billet Box, they also do take Nautilus coils. This is Nautilus as well. Taking Nautilus coils, I think for the price range, this is the winner in my opinion. Yeah, we can have MTL Nautilus. We can have big clouds, direct to long Tygon coils in it as well, which Billet Box doesn't. In my opinion, that's best. I said the only one thing which is bad about this one. No, not bad, but is the loose drip tip. In my opinion, that's the one negative point which I can mention. Other than that, it's perfect. USB 2, the Type C. It's 2 ampere fast charge, and USB Type C is a winner. I'm so happy that Aspire started to do the USB Type C chargers. I realize how convenient and how good they are with my mobile phone. Yeah, when in the evening you go to bed and lights out, whatever, and you don't have to worry which way you plug in the plug. With USB, doesn't matter if both sides are the same, so just literally plug it in and it's okay. You won't damage the charging port, in opposite to micro USB, which we know from previous, like the same Aspire Zelos kits, yeah, or the iSticks, 20, 30, 40 watts. I as a shopkeeper, I got a lot of complaints and returns from customers that's those ports are damaged just because people try to plug the charging lead in the wrong way around. Yeah, here for me as a shopkeeper, it's really convenient as well that it just eliminates the possibility of error. So people can plug in, doesn't matter which way to plug it in and charge, and don't damage the ports by accident, and less pissed off customers, yeah, in this case. So that's about it. As I said, this is our first live. I need a bit more training, obviously. I see it myself, but I'll be doing them more often and get more training. So don't worry about that. Checking the comment section, still not a single comment, which is kind of a bit upset to me, but don't worry. We're gonna get there. So if there are no comments, as I said, no comments, then we can finish this live session, and I'll see you next Monday, 7 o'clock. Thank you everybody who did watch. I see 4 people are still live and watching. Thank you very much, and I will see you next Monday.